Hi Aquarius, welcome to your April 2024 energy reading. My name is Kimberly from the Path Illuminated. If you are returning, thank you for your support. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if you would like to stay up to date on when I post new content here. Aquarius, I hope you are doing well. As I'm recording this reading, it is March 30th. Trying to get all of my readings done ASAP because we have Mercury going retrograde on April 1st. I don't know how you've been doing, but ever since the full moon lunar eclipse in Libra on the 25th, the energies have been even more intense than usual. I've been very tired, exhausted, depleted, and I've just been taking it one day at a time and doing my best to take care of myself and my energy. I hope you're doing the same. We do have the new moon total solar eclipse in Aries on April 8th. Then we are moving into Taurus season on April 19th. We have the full moon in Scorpio on the 23rd, and then Mercury goes direct on April 25th, although we do have 2 weeks of the post-shadow phase. So energies are intense. Take it one day at a time. We're going to get going, Aquarius. All right. Thank you, angel spirits and guides. What are the most relevant messages for Aquarius at this time, Spirit? Thank you, angel spirits and guides. Get a couple more. Okay. A couple more cards here. Let's do one more. Okay. We'll get more cards in a second, Aquarius, but let's start with what's here. So there's a need to really be with your emotions, at least for part of this month. And like I said, right, we're in eclipse season and Mercury retrograde. So there may be a lot of things coming up from the past. And, you know, in order for you to know how to move forward in the future, it's going to be really important to take the time and the opportunity during Mercury retrograde to really rethink, reconsider, reprocess the past, right? What have you learned from past situations? Depending on where you are now, are you happy with where you are right now, Aquarius? Are you hoping for something different? And if you are, what is that, right? There is going to be an offer and an opportunity that comes towards you, but it's really going to be imperative for you to be with whatever emotions are coming up, because there is some stagnancy, 8 of Wands in reverse. And I think if you can just allow things to be and be with it instead of trying to rush the process, you may really want to be done with the past, move on. But there's wisdom in just being with what is and trusting the fact that whatever is for you is not going to pass you by. But if you are dealing with triggers from the past, old wounds, heartbreaks, disappointments, lessons, be with it and let this Mercury retrograde and eclipse season bring up whatever it needs to. The frustration may be that you just want to move quicker than you are, but you can't force the situation. And that's been a message that's been coming through in all of my readings for the month of April, is like flow, don't force. So if things are slowing down and you're not sure how to move forward and you're not feeling the momentum to move forward, trust that. And let it bring up whatever it is that you need to. If you can be with that, you will start to gain that confidence on exactly how to move forward in the direction that you would like. Now, for all of you, this is going to be different. This can be related to your job if you're in one. Like maybe you have been thinking about shifting to a different team or a different role, or even, you know, putting your hat in the ring for, a new, why can't I think of the word? A promotion. Maybe it's a lateral move, right? Like I said, maybe moving teams, or this could be, you know, maybe wanting to apply for a new job, or even considering starting a new side hustle or business, right? I think, again, right, we go from 8 of Wands reverse to the Page of Wands, that if you can be with what's coming up, and I think there's going to be some information in your emotions and your triggers about what's not working and what's not fulfilling anymore. Could be in career, could be in love, could be just in a particular role, right? For all of you, it's going to be totally different. But if you can be with it instead of trying to get over it quickly, instead of trying to force the energy when it's not there, eventually that clarity will come. And you're going to have an opportunity to really step into this full energy of doing something new, of really being open to maybe, you know, an opportunity that you hadn't considered. This is interesting. It's like this Page of Wands, he's standing there really thinking about it. But the momentum, and he also, like, the Fool has this wand in his hand. So it's like, I think there's going to be a time of consideration, of really thinking about when you start to get that clarity, and then all of a sudden you're just going to be ready to go. But it is, that momentum shift is going to happen as a result of you not forcing yourself to get there, right? Because there's wisdom to be garnered in resting and reflecting so that you can get clear about, what do you want, Aquarius? What do you want to get out of it? What do you deserve, right? Really thinking about doing something new, following your passions, following the things that light you on fire, and eventually you're going to be ready to go for it, right? You're going to really start to let go of the past, let go of the past disappointments, but you kind of have to be with this energy first of the past, of the things that aren't working, so that you can get clarity about, like, why do you feel stuck? What's stopping you? And if you're like frustrated with that stagnant energy, why? Queen of Cups. This is about emotional stability. And I think, especially since it's under the Four of Cups here, it's like, if you can be with, at the beginning of this month, and, you know, all of you are going to be at a different timeline. It's going to, you know, I can't tell you exactly how this energy is going to show up for you specifically. If you're interested in a personal reading, click the link below. The only way to book a one-on-one with me is via my website. But, you know, Queen of Cups is about understanding that your emotions, your triggers, they're there to provide you with data that's super valuable. But you don't have to allow it to control you, but you do need to sit with it and be with it in order for you to gain the wisdom that is there. It's not something to ignore or to diminish, right? Or to force yourself out of. And I know, Aquarius, you know, you are the water bearer, which means what? You have access to your emotions, but you prefer to be logical. And that's not a bad thing, to be detached from your emotions, but there's some type of wisdom, especially at the beginning of this month and during Mercury retrograde, that like the frustration, the disappointment, the boredom, and the desire to move forward, but feeling like you can't, sit with that. Ask it what it has to show you, right? Why are you frustrated? What is it that you want to change? What emotions may you be avoiding? Because there's wisdom there, and you can learn how to harness the power of your emotions by focusing on you. Right? This is always a cup of my cup first. Learn to invest in the things that help you feel grounded emotionally. Learn to do the things that are going to pour into you, because maybe things slow down at the beginning of the month and during Mercury retrograde because really you're exhausted, you're depleted, you're, like I was saying, right, like this eclipse energy, this Mercury retrograde, you just may really need to take a step back and acknowledge that you're tired, and you need to refill your energy reserves so that you have the strength and the energy to move into this full energy, right? It's like the longer you try to avoid what's happening and you try to rush it, probably the longer this stagnant energy is going to stay. But if you can be with it and realize there's wisdom in figuring out, okay, it's not bad that I feel this way. It's not bad that I'm triggered. And let me start to do some things that are going to help me feel better. Let me do some things that are going to remind me that I need to take care of myself. Let me like invest in my self-care right now. And also, you know, Seven of Cups. Knowing that any confusion you have about the choices available to you and about how to invest your energy. Because it's like, sorry, I just want to sit with these cards for a second. The Fool energy is great. It's energetic, it's excitable, but there's sort of a like a juxtaposition of being excitable and ready to jump off the cliff, and realizing that you're still going to need to make sure you're balancing your emotions and your self-care with whatever you're moving towards. Again, whether this is like a new career path, a new business venture, and taking your time to be with the opportunities and the options available to you. And again, you know, the advice is to not rush. You may feel rushed at times because you're excited about this. But take your time and know, again, that whatever's for you is not going to pass you by. The Empress in reverse. And let's get one more. Oh, we got two cards here. The Hermit and the Ten of Wands in reverse. The Empress in reverse for me, especially on the other side of the Seven of Cups, is like you don't want to be making choices from a place of lack and fear, Aquarius, because that's not actually logical. If you have a lot of things to do and a lot of decisions to make, maybe because of this new job, this new, you know, business venture, there might be a lot of choices that you didn't think you'd be facing, right? You were just after this time of being with it and dealing with the stagnancy, but then getting clear, right? And moving towards this opportunity. The universe is also like, okay, but don't forget about your self-care. Don't forget that you have a lot to do. You have a lot of things to consider, right? And you don't want to be making choices out of a place of lack, worry, and fear. You may need to, the Hermit, ensure that you are taking time away from the noise, because I do feel like there's probably going to be a lot of chaos this month. There's going to be a lot of triggers. So whenever you start to move towards this, and again, I don't know when this is going to show up for you, it's about recognizing that the excitement is great, but you need to stay grounded. You still need to take your time. Be aware when your fear and anxiety and worry are triggered, and take a step back when you need to. And I like the fact that we have the Fool on top of the Hermit here, because for me, this is like there's an excitement and maybe even a naivete and ignorance that comes with starting something new. But there's still a deep well of wisdom that you can tap into as you are moving towards this new energy. And Ten of Wands in reverse for me is a like, you don't want to burn yourself out, Aquarius. So I think that for me, that's really what I'm getting with this Fool and this Hermit right here with the Ten of Wands in reverse is like, you're excited, but temper that excitement with rest, with reflection, so that you're not burning yourself out, so that you're not making decisions based on fear and anxiety, so that you can harness that excitable energy while also understanding that there is a deep wisdom in taking a step back when you need to, right? So I'm definitely getting a call for balance, because whatever this opportunity is with the Fool, the way that you are going to avoid burning out is finding that balance between executing and reflection. Let's go a little bit deeper, Aquarius. The messages are resonating for you already. Don't forget to like, leave me a comment below. Let me know how you do with, you know, some of the slowdown during the month with Mercury retrograde, like trusting that things are going to move forward when they need to, right? The Lovers reversed. Yeah, if you don't know what to do, trust that. Again, not forcing the energy, not forcing the clarity when it's not there. I do think in order for you to start to get the momentum and the shift forward into the full energy, it's about being with the slowdown, being with the stagnation, being with the confusion, and trusting that, like, if I don't know, it's okay. I trust it, right? I'm not going to force it. I want to flow. I want to be with what's here. I'm trying to trust the process. And trusting the process is what ultimately is going to build momentum. And you will eventually, like, it's like accepting the slowdown, trusting the slowdown, trusting when you're not ready to make the decision will allow for the universe to divinely inspire you when to move forward. But it's all an act of faith, and faith has been coming through very strongly for me with these readings. Because it's required during eclipse season and during Mercury retrograde, because this is a time of surrender. Surrender to the process. Surrender to what's coming up so that you can garner the wisdom of the universe that is higher and wiser. Two of Pentacles, you know, I think this, like this Page of Wands, and like really getting clarity about where your heart lies, where your passion lies. It's like understanding that there's going to need to be balance in where you invest your time, energy, and resources, and that's going to take some work, some juggling. You know, this is an infinity symbol, so it's like trust that intuitive knowing that balance is not going to be easy, but it's going to be required, and I think that that's going to be the work for you in this process, Aquarius. Yeah. And sit with it, right? As you look out on what's available to you, think about the compromises. Think about the changes. Think about the things that need to change, the things that need to be done, the investments that need to be made before you go running off the cliff. Think about it. The universe is divinely inspiring you. And we have the Four of Cups in reverse. Is like, let go of fear. Let go of fear of the work. Let go of fear that what the universe has for you will pass you by. Again, like trust any slowdown. Trust any confusion. Trust any of the energies that are coming up for you during this time, because being with it is going to help you move through it more quickly. All right, Spirit. Ace of Wands. When you learn to be grounded in your emotions and you focus on self-care and you realize that doing the work, it's not just about showing up and like executing, it's also self-care, you're going to have a really passionate opportunity. And like this, Wands can be work-related or love-related, depending on your situation. But focusing on what you need to do to fill your cup and to love on yourself and to take care of yourself and to make sure that you are emotionally grounded is going to draw opportunities and offers to you that are going to be very passionate. And it's as a result of you knowing, right, that when you take care of you, the universe is going to provide. Again, there's a big emphasis on faith here in this energy. Yes, there's lots of choices, but again, being with it and taking your time is only going to help you. I don't see you struggling necessarily. I think you are going to find clarity in ways that you didn't necessarily anticipate. It's about letting things reveal themselves. Five of Cups. It's about letting the past go. It's about giving yourself enough time and energy to examine and see things exactly as they are. Not overthinking, right? Not, again, forcing yourself to make a choice when things are unclear, but trusting that things are going to be revealed. Sometimes that may be uncomfortable for you. But again, this is a card of faith and knowing that like whatever doesn't work out for you, it's working for you. Because even if it may be unfortunate and you were hoping a certain a certain decision was going to go a different way, or you're going to have a different opportunity. There's still an abundance of opportunities. So even though there may be some that turn out to not be for you, just remember that whatever doesn't work out, there's always another option available to you, Aquarius. Seven of Swords in reverse with the Empress in reverse, again, for me is like, don't let fear, lack mentality, paranoia drive your decisions. You know, have faith in the process, have faith in yourself, have faith in your abilities. You don't need to overthink the process. You need to lean into faith and to be with what's happening and to trust the energies. Don't let worry, doubt, fear be the controlling factor here. Ace of Swords, when you take the time to go within, when you need to, right? To meditate, to take a day off from all the work that you're doing, that's when the universe is going to give you divine insight that's going to bring you a tremendous amount of clarity, Aquarius. So like, again, this is like, it's a lot of balancing energy. It's a lot of faith energy. Clarity around choices that are going to lead to your success, but making sure that you don't burn yourself out in the process. Yeah. I just really am feeling this juxtaposition of the Fool and the Hermit. Harnessing the excitement, but also remembering the wisdom. Giving yourself the time to go within so that the universe can whisper that insight to you, those downloads. That can give you clarity about what's going to lead to your success, and it's not burning yourself out. All right, Aquarius. Well, if the messages resonated, don't forget to like, give me a comment below. Let me know how this is showing up for you. Again, embrace the slowdown of Mercury retrograde, trusting that is what's going to ultimately help you find the momentum and the inspiration on how to move forward. Trust yourself. Trust the path. All right. I'm going to pull a card from the Sufi Wisdom Oracle. Union of love. Embrace the beloved within your heart. All right. Thanks again for being here, Aquarius. Hope the messages resonate for you. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All right. I am in love with no other than myself, and my very separation is my union. I am my beloved and my lover. I am my knight and my maiden. Sufis are lovers of God. It is the longing for the beloved that draws them into connection with their heart. When the lover becomes fully aware of the true self, he loses all worldly sense of the self and love. He opens his heart to receive love, and when love enters, he becomes powerful and does impossible things. This union of love means feeling the constant presence of the beloved. When the individual soul dissolves in the soul, whatever happens to the beloved also happens to the lover. It doesn't matter if the experience is one of joy or one of sadness. In the state of oneness, even pain can be transformed into pleasure. Dear one, you cannot go after love. You could spend a lifetime in search of it outside of yourself and never get to it until you realize it is inside your own heart. Instead of trying to find those who would love you, develop the attraction that could charm lovers. This way, life is exciting in every moment because you are always finding new ways of making yourself more attractive. When love becomes your power, you will begin to make changes in your life that enlarge your view to always include the one you love in the way you see things. You will soon be a witness to the most amazing and wonderful transformation in your life. Mantra: I am allowing the power of love to build in my heart, to draw and attract others to me. I am creating ways to express the wonder of being, of love and joy. Hope the messages resonated for you, Aquarius. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.